Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah, and pushing this truth throughout the four winds and sincerity. All right, this is part 4. Sorry for the delay. This is part 4 of the new recites the old. Because through contrary to popular belief, we have people basically their understanding is that the New Testament is something far exceeding, or it basically ascends above the Old Testament. Like it's some new thing that's being pushed out to where the Old Testament lost its value. I'm just showing through this series of videos that all the new does is recites the old. Okay? And we're in the book of Matthew right now. Okay, this is Isaiah 29:13. It says, "Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precepts of men." So it was telling you in the Old Testament that everything about the Most High will be taught to people by men. Okay, that's how the true understanding would come. It wouldn't come from the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It would be what men in their vain philosophies and babbling would basically people would be learning from. Okay, this is how they would be learning. Where do we see this in the New Testament? Matthew 15:8-9. "This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for the doctrines, the commandments of men." Okay? So it's letting you know, men are teaching false doctrines and people are believing it. Okay? Just like this series I went into through the Spirit. That everything in the New Testament basically supersedes the Old Testament. That was taught by the precepts of men. All right? Jonah 1:17. "Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Matthew 16:4. "A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign given unto them, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed." The sign gonna be when the destruction comes. Okay, that's the sign that people are gonna get, not the sign that they think is going to be something for them to basically get a good understanding of. No, your sign is going to be destruction and fucking hell. You ain't gonna get no sign to where you think the Most High is going to basically come down and basically tell you you're doing this wrong. No, that's what his men were set up for. Why? That's what he had Jonah do. Jonah was set up to prophesy. Okay? So the sign of Jonah basically was the Lord showing him, I'm going to show you through destruction. So it's not going to be no sign set up and given for people as they think it's going to be. All right? Malachi 4:5. "Behold, I send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai." Matthew 17:10. "And his disciples asked him, saying, when they say the scribes that Elias must come first." You see that? What first? What things did Elias say are we going to see? Asking about prophecy, something that was prophesied in the Old Testament. All right? It's just a big recital, bro. Everything is recited. It's regurgitated. Leviticus 19:17. "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him." New Testament, Matthew 18:15. "Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, and will go and tell his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained a brother. Okay, so if you and the brother work this and patch these things out, you've gained a brother. You know why? Because you didn't suffer sin upon him. He made a mistake, and what you did was you helped him on that mistake. Okay, you rebuked him. Okay, you rebuked him. You corrected him. So by you rebuking him, you corrected him. Now he has proper understanding, and if he takes to these things, then what you have is you've won that brother over. All right. Deuteronomy 19:15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin, and any sin that he sinneth, that the mouth of two witnesses, or at the mouth of three witnesses, shall the matter be established. Okay? Matthew 18:16. But if he will not hear thee, then take thee 3, 1 or 2 more, that the mouth of the 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. We just read that right there in Deuteronomy. So everything that was recited from the law. And a lot of these recitals come from Yahushua. Okay? Everything recited, a lot of these things recited, they come from the prophets and Yahushua. Genesis 1:27. So the Most High so the Most High created man in his own image, and in the image of the Most High created he them, male and female created he them. Matthew 19:14. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that which made them, that he made them at the beginning, made them male and female? That's how he created everybody. Okay? Same things are being recited from the Old Testament. Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Matthew 19:5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Question mark. Where did we see this from? Right there in Genesis. All you're having is big recites. Things are reciting each other. Okay, so for someone to basically say that the New Testament is another dispensation, they really don't know the scripture, man, because it's reciting everything from the Old Testament. Deuteronomy 24:1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanliness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it to her in her hand, and send her out his house. So out his house, you know what that means? When they become one flesh, she's no longer a part of his flesh anymore. Okay? It's not that he's physically also sending her out his house, but she's not covered anymore. All right? Matthew 19:7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command the giving a writing of divorcement and put her away? Why? Because she was wicked. She had uncleanliness in her. That's why. Okay? So by her being unclean, what we have is basically she can be put away. A bill of divorce can be handed to her. Plain and simple. Okay, I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honor to the Apostle Nelson Millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah, pushing this truth throughout the 4 winds. Shalom.